As of now, it is no more news that former president of the Republic of Ghana, J.J Rawlings, has passed on. May his soul rest in peace. And that's why Yantia Sempa Civil Frame. Yeah, Ghana for Emmanuel Court today, Black Thursday. Yama no Yako Empire ni said Nakopon Ebesu and cra esi ordinary cra ebesi na Oman baby pa atina kupensei na ebesansu eshebi. If you watched my earlier video, Nana reported about the death of President Rawlings. Now I was talking about the time that we went to visit him. Okay, so and then I wanted to watch what happened when we went to visit Rawlings. It was Mcbrown, Kofi Asamoah, Joselyn, Dumas, in Ozu, I think Zedekali, Peter Dochis, I think 3 years back, and I me a corner hole. We didn't Zionfelix. Enjoy this video.
Highly spiritual.
Oh na 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 na. Hewa. Yo Yesu ayemi huni ya minka. Ajime frebu sampu chenyi nemu. Swama disanyi na mana ya mengwangwa. Niawaye ya sida jom na metu. Incho sasido. Osasido. Niawaye yo sasido. Yesu sasido. From the day young, moving in a yada. At the time, we say, Boffonton from the day young, moving in a yada. Oh, yeah, yes, oh, yeah. I heard you who say, oh, yeah, yes, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yes, oh, yeah. I heard you who say, oh, yeah, yes, oh, yeah. Because, oh, yeah, yes, oh, yeah. I heard you who say, oh, yeah, yes, oh, yeah.
I think you can remain seated. Pastor Thomas, how are you? Wait a minute. This guy, I think you had a daughter. How many? One or two? Two. Yeah. With my cousin. She's got a fantastic voice. You're tilted. Is there something wrong? Yeah. What is it? An accident too? No. Then stand straight. Okay.
Thank you. And then we have Jeffrey special day. Then we have the chairman himself, Dr.
Did you say doctor?
Yes.
Doctor what?
Doctor in business administration.
In what business?
Business administration.
Last time I saw you, you were wearing a hat that had been shaped like that of the Pope.
Now, I had a doctorate before I became the bishop.
Bishop?
Yes.
I'll be a Catholic.
Amen.
Hello. This is Mr. Shakespeare.
Actually, Apostle Doctor. That's the right name. And then next to him is Chief Edochi. The brother husband. And then next to him you have Mr. Odute, who also works in the office.
Okay.
And then Peter is also an aide to Chief Edochi. Salma Bumi, also an actress.
Sorry, look at you.
An actress and a member of the cast of the film. And then we have Miss Gloria Sapo, also an actress. Behind, we have Martha Ankomah, who's also an actress and a member of the cast. And we have Funny Cruz, who's also a comedian. And then Mr. Kukwajima, currently known as our Senegal, she's also an actress and a TV presenter. Zinel Zhu, producer and an actress. And then we have Miss Joselyn Dumas, an actress. And then
wait. Is she the one who pulls you up? Is she the one?
Yes, she is.
No wonder. Is it Land Rover or Range Rover? I think they're the ones who grabbed there, right? Mr. Ma.
And then we have Kojo Rana.
Very good.
She's also a young actress. Then we have Richard Asante, also known as Celeb. He's also a member of Dumas. And then Bishop Bernard. May I please have permission to proceed, Your Excellency?
Sorry.
May I proceed, Your Excellency?
Yes.
Thank you. So, as I was saying, one of the reasons for which we have gathered here, the cast of the film have gathered here, is to officially announce to you that we are producing, Ghana is coming out with a film. Miracle Wave International and Kufas Media are partnering to come out with a film that deals with corruption, social corruption here in the country. And so we thought that one of the key pillars that are fighting against corruption in this country is Your Excellency, former President J.J Rawlings. And so we thought that a film like this is one that would catch your interest and attention. We live in a country, unfortunately, where there's a lot of greed and there's a lot of rush for wealth that do not belong to us. And so we are using film as a medium to be able to communicate what results such greed, such corruption can cause. And so it is the main reason actually for which this film is being done. We do not want the film also to look very political, and so we are attempting to use a more comic side, more satirical approach, but also sternly addressing the issue of corruption in the country. And so, Your Excellency, if you see us here this morning gathered by way of cast and company, we are here to let you know that Miracle Wave and Kofas Media are producing a new film that deals with greed and corruption. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
I was particularly delighted when I was invited to come and see the film here. I said, well, the last time we met was when you came for the people's burial, and we had photographs. I never had any copy of any of them, so I said, well, give an opportunity to ensure that I grab some copies of those photographs. Number two, I've always looked at Ghana as my second home, and it dates back to 1957 when I was 10. And Ghana beat us in a football match by 7 goals to nothing. I don't want to go back to that. Go sharply. On the 7th of next month, I'm going to be 70. And if I remember properly, I think both of us came out the same year. Or we may have about 3 months, I guess. Correct. So I said, well, I see my brother when I get here, and here I am, my brother sitting in front of me. When I was here in 1999, everywhere I went to, people kept telling me that I reminded them of Rawlings. And the day I was knocked up, when my own daughter said, you know, I look at you and I think I'm seeing J.J Rawlings. I said, what is all this? I was trying to find out. And I look at you, I know what I look like, and I think I agree with them.
we both carry barrels. Come on, Chief.
And I am glad to be here, very, very glad. The film I have come to shoot is a beautiful one, and we all hope that it's going to come out properly. There are some actors in Ghana who are very good, who are accomplished, and they are all very good interpreters. And the writer is good, and the man who invited me to Ghana, my host, sitting by my side, is a wonderful person who combines accomplishment with plenty of humility, and I think it's a virtue. I was telling him that I saw the president last night. He made a very inspiring speech. After which he walked into the crowd confidently, he was shaking hands, he was hugging people. I didn't see gun-toting soldiers around him, and I was happy. It is something that is very rare on the continent, because whenever you see a leader of any country, you find soldiers moving people around. It doesn't even speak of democracy. So I was very, very happy. And I thank you for bringing me here. With the good Lord will permit, perhaps I just may be around for the independence celebration. I pray that I can make it. It just might make me make it. Take me. I am glad to be here.
The fact that we need to, instill better cultural practices in our people. That's the root cause of whatever is happening now where corruption is concerned. And if we're able to tackle that from that angle, we will, I don't know if we're ever going to fight corruption thoroughly, but I know that we can attempt to eradicate it, and in that attempt, culture plays a very important role. And I'm just very excited to be a part of this production, and the fact that we're going to throw light on this very this menace in our society. And obviously when it comes to movies, it's not people are moved by what they see, and based on entertainment you are learning but you don't even realize that you are. So hopefully we'll hit home and the message will hit the general public. Thank you.
Such a manual review. I just wanted to make you smile. I know Taflacha is one of your key words. Thank you very much, Papa. We're grateful that you've welcomed us into your house, and we're very happy that you're supporting us, because we're believing that we have the support now since you've opened your doors for us. And on behalf of my colleagues, we're going to interpret the story well to affect the society positively and make sure that our culture, as Doctor here is saying, we're going to portray that in our movies from now. I'm very happy to be part of this cast. As you can see, the combination of Accra or the Gallywood and the Kuma wood, and this is what I know most people are waiting for. And the theme has been corruption, the key theme, the reason why we're going on set. It's something that we are all fighting against, and we're very happy that that is the purpose of the movie. Thank you so much.
Predominantly Christian country, just like Nigeria is. If people swear by the Bible, they go out and they steal. What about if they swear by the local deities? That will curb corruption. In fact, it will not just curb corruption, it will stop corruption. You see, God forgives. He gives you a long rope according to the Bible. The local deities don't. The moment you go against them, they kill you. If you swear that you're not going to take a cover from the government and you do, you'll be cut down. So if we must employ culture to fight corruption, I am recommending that we start by making the government officials swear by the local deities. And I think we must have some very strong ones.
It's a privilege to stand before you this day to make a statement. The movie is going to be a good movie. The cast, wonderful cast. It's actually my first time to do a movie. I don't do movies, but I listened to the storyline and I had to kind of visit you too. So just like Gloria said, my motive, my key point is not about the movie, is to meet you. And for meeting you, I think I've performed a part of the movie. So we are actually fighting corruption. God bless you.
I love you so much when you speak true. I'm highly elated to be here, and I'm very happy to be part of this big project as well, as we are all championing fighting against corruption through the movie. I think we, the actors, we impact a lot to the society, and mostly the kids, as my brand is associated, they associate with me more with what I do. So I think we're trying to fight corruption in this movie to go a long way for the kids to also learn one or two things. Thank you very much for this evening. And we won't disappoint you this movie. I don't know why I sang that song. Thank you very much.
And so we're talking about corruption, and the question is, what are we doing to change the people around us, affect their lives in the society, in our communities, in our homes? Is it positive or is it negative? I have to say something very simple, and I'm going to say it. Every corrupt person has a price, but an honest person has value. So if you want people to respect you, for you to have a good reputation, you must have value, not a price. Thank you very much.
And I want him to do the honors of announcing a just adopted title for this film.
And the theme of this movie, we are titled The Greedy Bastards.
It's good to see you. And you couldn't have chosen a more important, valuable theme like issues related to corruption. But you and I are quite fortunate in terms of trying to produce this film. As Nigerians and Ghanaians, we have Buhari, General Buhari in your country, clearly known for his integrity. It's most unfortunate, though, that the cost of living in his country appears to be suffocating people. So while some are praying for his health, some are praying that he wouldn't come back. I would like to pray for him to come back. Amen. You know, for God to give him, I suppose, there again, rather than blaming him, we should be possibly blaming the extent and the depth to which corruption had gripped Nigeria. You know, and for him to have emerged when he did, for me, was like a divine intervention. But I guess you would need a very creative team that would know how to rescue the economic situation of the country without possibly undermining the cost of living of the people. Unfortunately, this is not the case. But nonetheless, the very fact that he represents this, a man like that would not take a position against the film you want to produce, like could have happened in the past. We are very fortunate also that somebody like Nana Akufo-Addo has emerged over here. People think I like that man to high heavens. No, but I respect him for certain principles, certain values. And I will continue to pray, and I sincerely hope that he stays the track. And he will devote possibly even 30% of his time, 70% for the development programs and projects, etc. But at least 25–30%, he would probably need more than that to fight corruption and corruptible tendencies. Something happened the other day which let me down a little. What was it? There's some character with some tendencies, that you cannot praise. Virtue and vice. And his government got rid of it so fast. I was so relieved that they knew about some of them and they are working on some of them. But I think in less than 24 hours or so, the instruction to get rid of that guy was stood down. The guy was reinstated. And I'm using this opportunity to express, misgivings, to express how I feel and how I felt about that issue. Whose political influence brought itself to bear on the appointing authority. And that is why we must pray for the president to stay the course. I'm using very polite language because I'm not unaware of what this particular Ghanaian has been doing in that department. He should have been thrown out and kept out, investigated. But it appears somebody's influence brought itself to bear and the decision was rescinded. Ladies and gentlemen, we must also pray for God's guidance for the new president in Gambia. His emergence brings on board, is an acknowledgement, the rebirth of true freedom and justice in the Gambia. And I sincerely hope that he will not lose his values. He will not allow himself to be corrupted. And I wish the same for the government here. Ladies and gentlemen, the lady was talking about the revolution. It is true. What she failed to say is that in the ethics of man, I don't know if it was written by Catholics, theologians, yes, certainly theologians, many, many years ago. The proof of God are the very ones who are saying in that book, a book I read many years ago, the satire, so many aspects of it. There's a way in which when we are acting, we propolize it in a way. Now I say again, but Nigerians are raw. They are capable of laughing at themselves. We think we're ridiculing ourselves. That's how come you go to most homes in Africa, you are watching Nigerian films. And this is what turned round a lot of, the feelings in the old days and made a lot of people very positive towards Nigerians. Today, the first, not your political power, not your money. Those things created whatever it is, animosity. And the way, they conduct themselves. But half the time they are fighting for their rights. Sweetheart, how are you? Yeah. Okay, I think I've done it now.
Oh na 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 na. Hewa. Nyo Yesu aye mi huni ya minka. Minka. Jime frebo.